Hello friends, today I will discuss about few important points from ENT for upcoming PG entrance exam. First point is, what is the most common benign tumor of paranasal sinuses? What is the most common benign tumor? It is osteoma. What is the most common site for osteoma? It is frontal bone. Next point is, what is the most common facial fracture? Most common facial fracture is nasal bone fracture, that is nose. Nasal bone fracture, it is most common than zygomatic fracture. Next point is, what is the artery of epistaxis? What is the artery of epistaxis? It is sphenopalatine artery. Sphenopalatine artery is called as artery of epistaxis. Next point is, what is Carter-Jenner syndrome? Carter-Jenner syndrome. It includes nasal polyp and bronchiectasis and dextrocardia. It includes three parts, that is nasal polyp, bronchiectasis, and it includes dextrocardia. There is one more syndrome called as Young syndrome. It includes nasal polyp, bronchiectasis. One more is azoospermia. Next point is, frog face deformity is seen in which of the condition? That is frog face deformity. It is seen in angiofibroma. Next point is, what is rhinopyoma? What is rhinopyoma? It is hypertrophy of sebaceous gland. It is also called as potato nose or rum or whiskey nose. What is the treatment of this rhinopyoma? We have to do surgery. Surgery is the treatment. Other than this rhinopyoma, there is one more terminology called as rhinoscleroma. In that, there is ulcerative lesion and crust formation. It is also called as woody nose. Whereas this rhinopyoma is called as potato nose and rhinoscleroma is woody nose. It is usually seen in northern part of country. And one more is rhinosporidiosis. It is also called as mulberry-like polyp. It is caused by Rhinosporidiosis siberi. Next one is, what is the most common pathology of nose? Most common pathology of nose. It is concha bulla. Concha bulla. This means there is large turbinates. This is the most common pathology of nose. What is the second most common pathology? What is the second most common pathology of nose? It is DNS, deviated nasal septum. Next point is, what is the most common complication of endoscopy? Most common complication of endoscopy. It is Seneca formation. Most common complication is Seneca formation. Whereas, what is the most dangerous complication? It is CSF rhinorrhea. Next point is, what is the primary aim of surgery for cholesteatoma? What is the primary aim of surgery for cholesteatoma? It is to remove the disease and render the ear safe. To remove the disease and render the ear safe. Next point is, what is Bryce sign? Bryce sign is seen in laryngoscele. It is seen in laryngoscele. On compressing the swelling, we will hear gurgling sound. This is Bryce sign. Gurgling sound, because there is air-filled cavity in saccule in laryngoscele. Next one is, what is the most common site of otosclerosis? Most common site for otosclerosis. It is foot plate. Foot plate of stapes. Next one is, what are the markers for middle ear? What are the markers for middle ear? We have umbo on tympanic membrane. There is bulge and we can see cone of light on tympanic membrane, and handle of malleus. These are the markers of middle ear. The umbo is the best marker. Next point is, what is perilymph? What is perilymph? It is the ultrafiltrate of CSF. Perilymph is seen in scala vestibuli and scala tympani. Scala media contains endolymph. Endolymph is secreted inside. Next point is, what is Michael aplasia? What is Michael aplasia? It is absence of cochlea. There is absence of cochlea in Michael aplasia. In this, cochlea is absent, whereas in Mondini dysplasia, the cochlea contains only 1.5 turns. Next point is, what is the most common site for apple jelly nodule? Most common site for apple jelly nodule. It is helix of the outer ear. Next one is, what is keratosis obturans? Keratosis obturans. It is nothing but the squamous debris is present in the external auditory canal. Squamous debris in external auditory canal. It is a growth abnormality. Usually it is bilateral condition and complaints of obstructed canal. What is the treatment of this keratosis obturans? We have to clean the external auditory canal with 1% acetic acid. If it does not respond, we have to do canaloplasty. Next one is, Gerhardt notch is seen in which condition? Gerhardt notch. It is seen in otosclerosis. It is a feature of otosclerosis, usually seen in bone conduction. There is maximum hearing loss at 2000 Hz. Otosclerosis being conductive deafness, the ossicles are responsible for air conduction. Since they themselves are bony in nature, they have some part of bone conduction also, which is dominated in case of otosclerosis. This Gerhardt notch is exceptionally seen in bone conduction in otosclerosis. Next point is, what is the investigation of choice for conductive deafness? Investigation of choice for conductive deafness is tympanometry. Next point is, what is stapedial reflex? What is stapedial reflex? It is protective contraction of stapedius muscle to loud sounds. It is the protective contraction of stapedius muscle to loud sounds. It depends on the 8th and 7th nerve. Next point is, what is the investigation of choice in Meniere's disease? Investigation of choice in Meniere's disease. It is electrocochleography. Electrocochleography is the investigation of choice. This Meniere's disease is also called as endolymphatic hydrops. It is a type of sensory deafness. It is low frequency hearing loss. There is right shift in case of speech audiometry, and there is rising curve. The investigation of choice is electrocochleography. What are the clinical features of this Meniere's disease? We have tinnitus, vertigo, and sensory deafness, and there will be fullness of ear. The sensory deafness is here fluctuating deafness, whereas the vertigo is episodic vertigo. What is the treatment of Meniere's disease? We have to do medical management, that is dietary modification, low salt diet, and we can prescribe labyrinthine sedatives. What is the surgical management of Meniere's disease? We can do endolymphatic sac decompression, and we can do shunt procedure, PICC procedures, etc. Next point is, what is the most common CP angle tumor? Most common CP angle tumor is acoustic neuroma. Acoustic. Next one is, what are the stages of ASOM? What are the stages? We have stage of tubal occlusion. Second is stage of presuppuration, in which we will see cartwheel appearance. Third one is stage of suppuration. There is lighthouse sign. Fourth stage is resolution. Fifth stage is stage of complication. These are the stages of ASOM. Next point is, what is the best graft for tympanoplasty? Best graft is temporalis fascia. Next point is, what is the most common intracranial complication? Most common intracranial complication is meningitis. This is the most common intracranial complication of CSOM. What is the most common extracranial complication? It is mastoiditis. Next point is, what are the muscles attached to thyroid cartilage? Muscles attached to thyroid cartilage. These are, one is sternothyroid and inferior constrictor muscle. Third one is thyrohyoid muscle. These are the three muscles attached to lateral wall of thyroid cartilage. We can remember like this, SIT, sit. Three muscles are sitting on the thyroid cartilage on lateral wall. Next point is, what is the most common site for hemangioma of larynx? Most common site for hemangioma of larynx, it is left posterior subglottic area. Left posterior subglottic area. It is the most common site for hemangioma of larynx. It is the most common vascular tumor. There is reddish mass in the subglottic area. This is hemangioma. What is the management? We have to do surgery or we can use laser. Next point is, what is the most common complication of tracheostomy? Most common complication of tracheostomy is hemorrhage, that is bleeding. Venous hemorrhage is more than arterial hemorrhage. Whereas, what is the most common physiological complication of tracheostomy? It is apnea, that is CO2 washout. What is the best area for incision for tracheostomy? It is between second and third ring of the tracheal cartilage. Next point is, what are the advantages of cuffed tracheostomy? Advantages of cuffed tracheostomy. It keeps the tube in position and it reduces the chances of aspiration. What are the disadvantages? We can see pressure necrosis of trachea. So, to prevent this, we should deflate the balloon every second hourly for 5 minutes to prevent the pressure necrosis of trachea. Next point is, what is the most common site for congenital web? Most common site for congenital web, it is anterior commissure. Anterior commissure is the most common site for congenital web. In this congenital web, we will see biphasic dyspnea and the cry will be abnormal. Next one is, most common ENT manifestation of TB. Most common ENT manifestation of TB, it is cervical lymphadenopathy. There is enlargement of cervical lymph nodes in TB. This is the most common ENT manifestation. Whereas, most common site of TB nose, it is anterior end of inferior turbinate. In TB ear, there is multiple perforation. So, in this session, we have discussed few important points for the upcoming PG entrance exam. I will be uploading more rapid series videos and I will be discussing few short important topics. If you like this video, please click like button and share this video to your friends and subscribe to my YouTube channel for more videos. Thank you.